Most of the time, side lobe contamination is not an issue, but it can be a major problem in regions with sharp changes in reflectivity, either horizontally or vertically. As it relates to storm chasing, a textbook example of this is in the inflow region of a supercell, which often features a strong vertical reflectivity gradient. Side lobe contamination manifests itself in velocity data as an erroneous area of rotation that can mimic a strong mesocyclone or tornado vortex signature, but is displaced from where rotation should be located within the storm. In other words, a side lobe contamination-induced couplet will not be co-located with a supercell's hook echo or rear flank. Side lobes are also the reason why ground clutter occurs, as they interact with objects at the ground rather than the main lobe. Let's take a look at an example. At first glance, it appears that a tornado may actually be in progress. We have a bona fide supercell, complete with well-defined hook echo and a strong, tight velocity couplet. However, upon closer inspection, notice how the velocity couplet is located in the inflow region of the storm, much closer to the edge of the forward flank. This is a classic sign of side lobe contamination. If this was a tornadic couplet, it would be located back in here, coincident with the tip of the hook echo. Also, note the lack of reflectivity in the vicinity of the couplet, but as we go up to the next tilt, we see strong reflectivity in this area, indicative of a strong vertical reflectivity gradient. This is evidence that the side lobes of the beam at the lowest elevation angle were encountering a much greater concentration of hydrometeors than the main lobe.
Do not chase Dixie Alley. Free ebook link in bio.